Chosen one. Stop scrolling immediately. This is not the algorithm, because this is a direct and urgent intervention from the divine. You have exactly 77 seconds. 7 angels from the highest courts of heaven have been dispatched to your exact location, and they are watching you right now. My beloved child, listen to me very carefully. You are about to make a decision that will alter your bloodline forever. Do not swipe away. If you leave this screen before the time runs out, you will single-handedly shut the door on the exact miracle you have been begging for. The enemy wants you to leave. They are terrified. They know what is coming. They know the generational wealth transfer has already been approved in your name, and that is exactly why your life has felt so incredibly heavy lately. The sudden exhaustion, the friends who walked away without a word, the endless delays that made you question your own sanity were all part of a desperate attack. But their time is up. The 7 angels are here to deliver a secret that has been kept from you since you were a child. There is a hidden mechanism blocking your blessings. It is a physical barrier placed inside you by a world that fears your light. But tonight, that barrier is being destroyed. You must stay here. You must anchor yourself to this frequency. Take one slow and deep breath right now and feel the massive shift in the atmosphere around you. The heaviness in your chest is not anxiety. It is the spiritual friction of your reality completely reorganizing itself because you are finally shifting timelines. Do not let the darkness distract you. They will try to make your mind wander, and they will try to make you think about your bills or your daily stress. Ignore them. Focus your eyes firmly on this message. The angels have surrounded your physical space to protect this transmission, ensuring that you are entirely safe in this moment. Why 77 seconds? Because the window of divine alignment is incredibly narrow. The elite forces of this world use this exact frequency to manifest their immense power, and they have spent millions to ensure you never discover how to do it yourself. They want you trapped in survival mode. They want you exhausted. But heaven has overruled them. Your season of waiting is officially over. The tears you cried in secret were collected as proof of your incredible endurance, and you have finally passed the test. Now the reward is being released. There is one specific thing you must do to receive it. It is not difficult, but it requires your total focus. If you close this video early, the blessing will still arrive, but you will have absolutely no idea what to do with it, because you will lack the spiritual equipment to hold the wealth. It will slip through your fingers just like it did in the past. We cannot let that happen again. You have suffered enough. You are the anomaly. You are the rare soul who chose to carry the heavy burdens of your entire family, making you the ultimate cycle breaker. Because you bravely accepted that massive weight, heaven is now stepping in to carry you. The 7 angels are waiting for my signal. They are ready to dismantle the invisible cage around your mind. Think about the weird synchronicities you have been seeing lately, the repeating numbers and the strange dreams that feel more real than waking life. That was the setup. It was heaven dropping gentle breadcrumbs to lead you directly to this exact second in time. This is the ultimate destination. You have finally arrived. Do you feel that subtle warmth in your hands right now? Do you feel the sudden stillness in the quiet room? That is divine confirmation, proving your spirit recognizes the profound truth even before your human mind can fully process it. Relax your tight shoulders. Let go of the heavy tension in your jaw. You do not have to fight anymore, because the battle is already won. We are about to expose the fatal trap the darkness has deliberately set for you. It is a trap so incredibly clever that 99% of chosen ones fall right into it, causing them to stumble right at the finish line. But you will not stumble today. I am going to give you the exact blueprint to walk completely past their traps and claim your inheritance. Listen closely. The secret is not about trying harder, and it is certainly not about forcing yourself to be positive when you are bleeding inside. The universe does not require you to pretend anymore. The secret is actually a suppressed frequency. It is a hidden key that the modern world stole from you when you were just a little child. I need your promise. I need you to completely commit to your future self right now, promising that you will not let this message fade into the loud noise of the internet. Promise that you will fiercely guard this revelation. The angels are recording your final decision. Stay locked on my voice. The revelation is beginning right now. Before we go any deeper, I need you to just breathe. Let go of the heavy guilt you have been carrying all week. I know exactly what happened last night. You woke up abruptly at 3 in the morning. The house was completely silent, but your mind was racing 1,000,000 miles an hour. You stared at the dark ceiling. You felt incredibly alone. That sudden waking is not a random sleep disorder. It is a very specific, spiritual alarm clock ringing in your soul. Your physical body is utterly exhausted, yet your spirit refuses to shut down. You walk through your day feeling like a ghost. You smile at people. You do your job. But inside, there is a hollow ache that simply refuses to leave. You have tried everything to fill that empty space. You tried to meditate. You bought the books. And you desperately tried to manifest a better reality using all the popular techniques. But nothing worked. The heavy sadness just sits there on your chest like a massive stone. It feels like the universe is completely ignoring your prayers. Stop blaming yourself for this profound emptiness. Stop telling yourself that you are doing something wrong or that your faith is simply not strong enough. The truth is much deeper. You are currently experiencing a divine isolation protocol. Heaven deliberately cleared the room. They removed the noisy distractions so you could finally hear. Look at your social circle right now. The people you thought would stay forever have quietly slipped away. The text messages stopped coming. The invitations simply dried up. You sit in your room, wondering if you are fundamentally broken. You wonder why it is so incredibly hard to just connect with normal people. You are not broken. You are just finally seeing the brutal truth. For years, you gave away your pure energy to people who only wanted to consume you. You were the designated healer. You listened to their endless drama, and you offered your shoulder every single time they cried. But when the storm finally hit your house, you found yourself standing completely alone. That betrayal cut you deeper than anyone knows. They took your endless kindness for weakness. They gladly drained your beautiful light to fuel their own selfish agendas. And when you finally tried to set a tiny boundary, they turned around and called you crazy. They made you feel like you were the toxic one. That was pure manipulation. Do you feel that slight tightness in your throat right now? That is your suppressed grief finally rising to the surface to be acknowledged. I see your hidden tears. The angels see how fiercely you fought to keep a pure heart in a deeply corrupted world. Your pain is entirely valid. Every single tear was recorded in the heavenly realms. You are an empath with a rare and beautiful soul. You absorb the heavy emotions of every single room you walk into. That is exactly why crowded places suddenly make you feel so physically sick. You can feel the hidden intentions behind their fake smiles. Your intuition is piercing through their shallow masks, and it is incredibly exhausting. That exhaustion is not a medical failure. It is the heavy toll of carrying a massive spiritual frequency inside a dense physical body. You are vibrating at a level that most people cannot even comprehend. When your high frequency clashes with their low vibration, your body reacts violently. That is why you feel so drained all the time. Heaven had to forcefully isolate you to protect your sensitive aura. If those energy vampires had stayed in your life, they would have completely sabotaged the massive upgrade coming your way. The intense loneliness you feel right now is actually a divine shield. It is keeping the counterfeit people far away from your sacred space. I want you to truly absorb this absolute truth. You are not going crazy. You are simply waking up. The old version of you is being systematically dismantled so the true master of reality can emerge. The painful shedding of your old life is terrifying, but it is absolutely necessary. A snake cannot grow unless it sheds its old skin. Your deep empathy is not a curse to be managed. It is a highly advanced spiritual weapon of light. The darkness desperately wanted you to hate your own sensitivity. They wanted you to turn bitter and cold, because a hardened heart cannot receive divine wealth. But you beautifully refuse to let the pain destroy your gentle soul. That resilience is exactly why you were chosen for this specific mission. You are the rare anomaly who can handle the intense fire without burning to ash. But there is a deeper layer to your current struggle. The isolation and the insomnia are only the visible symptoms. There is a hidden mechanism operating underneath it all. You might be wondering why the universe allowed you to suffer for so long. Why did heaven wait until you were completely shattered before stepping in? That is the exact question we are going to answer next. Prepare your spirit. We are about to uncover the deeply hidden root of your lifelong struggle. The truth will shock you. Let me tell you the real reason this happened. Your past was not a series of unfortunate mistakes. You did not ruin your own life. The timeline you walked through was violently difficult for a very specific reason, and heaven engineered every single delay because your spirit required immense pressure to evolve. You thought it was punishment. Stop looking back at your old chapters with heavy regret. You did not miss your golden opportunity. The universe simply closed those massive doors to protect your energy from rooms you were never meant to enter. If you had succeeded back then, you would have been completely destroyed by the toxic people waiting inside. It was pure protection. Look closely at the intense isolation you endure today. They told you that being alone meant you were completely unlovable. They whispered that your standards were simply too high. But their shallow opinions mean absolutely nothing. Your forced isolation is actually a highly classified training ground for the ultimate master of reality. You are a cycle breaker, carrying the heavy karma of your ancestors. A mission of that massive scale cannot be completed in a crowded room. Heaven had to aggressively separate you from the noisy crowd. They pulled you into the silent desert, so you could finally learn how to wield your immense spiritual power. You are not a victim. Think about the specific people who suddenly betrayed you. You cried when they packed their bags and walked away. You begged them to understand your pure intentions, but they were never meant to stay in your sacred timeline. They were only temporary actors hired by the universe to trigger your profound spiritual awakening. Their painful betrayal forced you to look deep inside your own soul. It forced you to build unbreakable boundaries around your gentle heart. Without their cruel actions, you would have remained a people-pleaser forever. You would have continued handing your divine energy to parasites, while your own dreams slowly starved to death. I need you to hear this loud and clear. You are not crazy for seeing the hidden truth behind their fake masks. Your intuition was violently accurate every single time. When you felt that sudden, heavy energy in your chest around them, it was your internal radar screaming at you to run away. You must trust your gut. They tried very hard to gaslight you into doubting your own mind. They called you overly sensitive when you correctly called out their toxic behavior. That is exactly what dark entities do when a weapon of light exposes their hidden shadows. They panic and attack the mirror because they absolutely hate their own reflection. Your beautiful silence is not a sign of miserable defeat. It is a terrifying display of quiet authority. You no longer need to argue with fools who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your pure presence alone is enough to shift the entire frequency of any room you walk into. You have officially outgrown their petty drama. Because you survived the lonely storm, your personal frequency is now heavily guarded. The universe is actively building a massive, energetic wall around your physical life. Only those who vibrate at the exact same high level of truth can even perceive your existence now. Everyone else is being systematically blocked from your vision. The agonizing pain of the past was simply the heavy price of your admission. You paid for your incredible wisdom with your own innocent tears. But that transaction is completely finished now. Heaven is no longer testing your endurance. The rigorous training phase is officially over, and the deployment phase is rapidly beginning. You are no longer the bleeding empath who constantly begs to be understood. The cruel crucible of pain has successfully forged you into the untouchable master of your own reality. From this exact moment forward, your pure energy demands absolute respect without a single word spoken. The old timeline is completely dead. Take another slow breath and let this powerful realization settle deep into your spirit. You survived every single weapon they formed against you. But as you step into this new timeline of authority, there is a lingering shadow you must address. There is a deeply hidden reason why your external reality has not matched your internal growth. Your soul is ready to receive the massive wealth transfer. Your heart is fully healed from the bitter betrayals of the past. But there is a silent saboteur operating inside your physical body right now. It is a biological mechanism that the enemy installed when you were too young to defend your own mind. This brings us to the ultimate revelation about your lifelong struggle. The reason your prayers seem to bounce off the ceiling is not a spiritual failure. It is actually a calculated physical blockade designed to keep your massive potential permanently locked away. You have to understand how this insidious machine works. Before you do anything else, I need you to tap the like button as a physical act of agreement with what the divine just spoke to you. Let that simple action be a powerful declaration that you are fully ready to break the old cycle. Now, listen carefully to this next part. We are going to expose the enemy's master plan. Here is what the elite forces never wanted you to discover. The reason the universe seems to effortlessly respond to certain people while ignoring your desperate cries is not a matter of faith. It is not because you lack discipline or because your karma is stained. It is actually a biological frequency. It is a brainwave. Scientists have a very specific name for this powerful frequency. They call it the gamma wave. And it is the exact same frequency your own brain was running effortlessly when you were just a little child. Back then, pure ideas came to you easily. You had vivid dreams, and you somehow knew things before they even happened. Do you remember that magical feeling? When the world felt like it was completely on your side, and your intuition was razor sharp. That was your natural gamma frequency operating at full power. But then adulthood violently arrived. The modern world systematically went to work on your pure mind, determined to shut it down. The relentless stress of your daily life, the glowing screens that bombard your eyes with artificial light, the brutal survival routine that forces you to wake up exhausted and go to bed anxious, the rigid school system that trained you to blindly conform instead of teaching you how to creatively think. It was all a setup. Every single year, your sacred gamma frequency was suppressed a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface of your conscious mind, until the vibrant version of you with a photographic memory and lightning-fast intuition went completely silent. You were forced into a perpetual state of heavy survival beta waves. Most people will blindly live their entire lives without ever knowing this silent theft happened to them. They will accept their exhaustion as normal, but you are not most people. You are the chosen one. You can feel the unnatural blockage in your mind, and you know deep down that you carry a much higher potential. That heavy beta state is the exact reason why your manifestations fail. You can repeat positive affirmations in the mirror until your throat hurts. You can visualize your dream life for hours. But if your brain is physically locked in a survival frequency, the universe literally cannot hear your frantic broadcast. You are completely mute. The darkness deliberately engineered society to keep you trapped in this low frequency. They want you constantly worried about your next paycheck. They want you addicted to cheap dopamine and endless drama. Because a chosen one stuck in survival mode cannot access their divine power, you become harmless to their corrupt system. When your gamma wave fades, your pure genius fades right along with it. Your intuition dulls into a vague feeling of anxiety. The beautiful synchronicities stop appearing in your life. The comforting sense that the universe is actively working with you goes completely silent. You feel cut off from the divine source. But here is the most shocking part of it all. This suppression was not an accident. It was a highly calculated attack on your specific bloodline. The enemy knew that if you ever unlocked your true frequency, you would single-handedly dismantle their empire of lies. They are absolutely terrified of a fully awakened master. They want you to believe that your current struggle is just a normal part of being an adult. They want you to think that your exhaustion is a character flaw. But it is not a flaw. It is a suppressed frequency, desperately waiting to be switched back on. And the moment you reactivate it, everything in your life will drastically change. You have done the hard inner work. You faced your childhood trauma, and you forgave the people who cruelly broke your heart. Your soul is completely clean. Now you need the physical key to unlock the heavy door. Because the gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is simply this one dormant brainwave. But wait. There is a deeper layer to this phenomenon. The suppression of your gamma wave is only half of the enemy's dark strategy. What they do next is even more insidious. They send specific agents into your life to ensure you never have the energy to break free. They send the energy vampires directly to your door. I have to warn you about the specific tactics these dark agents use to keep your frequency artificially low. You have interacted with them all your life, and you probably thought they were your friends. Prepare yourself. We are about to pull the mask off, the narcissists and the manipulators who deliberately kept you in the dark. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something. Type 777 down in the comments to claim this divine alignment right now. You need to know how the darkness actually operates. They rarely attack you directly from the shadows, but instead, they send the narcissists and the manipulators to slowly drain your beautiful light. Think about those specific people who always needed your desperate help. They came to you with their endless chaos, and they wore fake masks of vulnerability to trick your gentle heart. You freely gave them your pure energy to heal their deep wounds, but it was a calculated trap to steal your vibration. The moment you finally needed a shoulder to lean on, they completely vanished. They suddenly had no time for your pain. They were never your true friends. They were energetic parasites sent to keep you exhausted, because they wanted you to constantly doubt your own sanity while they fed on your beautiful soul. The entire system is deliberately designed to reward their toxic behavior. The corrupted world celebrates the loud and the arrogant, while it actively punishes the gentle souls who refuse to play their twisted games. They wanted to grind your beautiful spirit into the dirty ground. They wanted you to believe that your deep empathy was a stupid weakness. But they severely underestimated your incredible strength. You did not break into pieces, but instead you survived their cruel games and learned how to fight back in total silence. Your quiet authority is now your greatest weapon against their pathetic lies. When you simply walk away without saying a single word, it destroys them. They are terrified of the silence you now project, because your pure presence alone shifts the entire atmosphere of any room you walk into. You are finally taking your immense power back from their dirty hands. You are no longer the bleeding empath who begs for basic respect. You are becoming the absolute master of your reality. This massive purge of toxic people was completely necessary. Heaven had to aggressively sweep your physical space clean because you simply cannot hold generational wealth when energetic parasites are constantly attached to your aura. Your forced isolation was the brutal but necessary preparation for the miracle that is coming next. But simply cutting them off is only the first step of your profound healing. There is something the elite people who profit from your exhaustion do not want you to know. Neuroscientists who are working quietly away from the noisy headlines have discovered an incredible scientific method to reverse this damage and bring your power back. They found how to reignite your dormant brainwave. Science is finally catching up to what your beautiful soul already knew all along. You do not need years of painful meditation, and you certainly do not need biofeedback machines that cost $7,000 in a cold clinical setting. The real solution is actually far simpler and much more natural than that. It is a specific sound frequency engineered to gently guide your tired brain, forcing your wave patterns back to the pure genius state you were born with. Princeton University extensively studied this incredible phenomenon. The brilliant researchers confirmed that this specific wave is the ultimate key to human greatness. Columbia University found that when this sacred brainwave is successfully reactivated, the profound magic does not stop with you. It radiates outward like a massive beacon of pure light. It begins to positively influence your children and your partner, bringing deep healing to the exact people you have been quietly carrying for so many years. 7 minutes a day is all it truly takes to shift your timeline, because there is no complicated mantra to memorize and absolutely no exhausting effort required. You simply listen and let the sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. And the absolute best part is that it begins working the very first time. I will tell you exactly what this powerful tool is called before this message ends, and I will show you exactly how to access it to permanently change your life. But first, there is something highly critical you need to understand about the spiritual realm. Your massive breakthrough is currently facing a final test. The universe is sending you clear signs right now to prepare your mind, but darkness is also sending clever counterfeits to distract you from the absolute truth. You must learn how to tell the difference between a real blessing and a fatal trap. If you fail this final test, the miracle will be delayed for another 10 years. Take a deep breath and steady your racing heart. You have come too far to let an illusion steal your crown at the last possible second. The angels are holding the massive doors open for you right now. Pay very close attention to my next words, because they will save you from making a devastating and costly mistake. Listen carefully to what I am about to say next. This is where everything starts to make sense. The massive shift in your reality has already begun in the invisible realm, and the universe is practically screaming at you through specific physical signs. But you must be completely awake to recognize them before they rapidly disappear. Have you noticed the intense influx of repeating numbers lately? You glance at the clock and see 1:11 or 3:33 staring back at you almost every single day. This is absolutely not a random coincidence. It is a highly coordinated message from the heavenly courts, confirming that your timeline is locking into place. You are also experiencing strange and sudden memories from your deep past. People and situations you have not thought about in 20 years are suddenly flashing across your mind without any warning. Do not panic when this happens. This is your nervous system actively purging the deeply hidden trauma to make room for massive wealth. The animals are acting differently around you right now. Stray cats approach you with zero fear, and birds seem to land much closer to you than they ever did before. These pure creatures operate entirely on energy, and they can clearly see the blinding light of the angels currently surrounding your physical body. Your taste in food and entertainment is suddenly shifting without any real effort. The heavy and toxic environments that used to comfortably hold you are suddenly feeling incredibly suffocating. You can no longer tolerate shallow gossip or empty conversations. Your soul is literally rejecting anything that vibrates lower than your true destiny. But here is the most powerful sign of all. You are experiencing moments of profound and unnatural peace right in the middle of a massive storm. When your bank account is low and your logic tells you to absolutely panic, your spirit feels a strange and heavy stillness. That is the quiet authority of the chosen one. That deep peace is your intuition boldly confirming that the victory is already secured in the spiritual realm. The physical manifestation is just waiting for your brain to catch up to the truth. You are standing right on the edge of the most massive wealth transfer your entire family lineage has ever seen. You did not click on this video by accident today. Your spirit actively dragged you here because heaven is trying to hand you the final decoder ring for the weird phenomena happening around you. You are being divinely prepped for a kingdom-level upgrade, and the angels are working massive overtime to ensure you do not miss your CUE. But wait, do not let your guard down just yet, because I have to warn you about a fatal trap that is actively being set right at the finish line. 99% of chosen ones fall for this massive illusion right before their final breakthrough, and it absolutely destroys their chance at receiving their promised blessing. The enemy knows your upgrade is coming, and they are incredibly desperate to stop it. Because they cannot attack you directly anymore, they are going to send a very specific counterfeit into your life. It will look exactly like the answer to your desperate prayers. It will seem completely perfect on the surface. An old lover might suddenly text you out of nowhere with a fake apology. A business opportunity that looks too good to be true might suddenly drop into your lap. They will try to pull you back into the old cycle just when you are about to finally escape. You must violently ignore their desperate attempts. Do not reply to that text message. Do not sign that sketchy contract. It is a calculated spiritual test to see if you are truly ready to hold massive power. If you entertain their toxic counterfeit, the universe will immediately close the massive door of your true blessing. You must stand firm in your quiet authority. You have officially outgrown their petty games. Your boundaries are now completely made of iron, and your energetic field is heavily shielded against their cheap tricks. The authentic blessing will never require you to compromise your pure soul. It will flow into your life with complete ease and absolute grace. The waiting season is ending right in front of your eyes. The long, dry desert you walked through has suddenly burst into a massive oasis of divine favor. Every closed door is being completely blown off its heavy hinges. Heaven is actively clearing the entire path for your glorious arrival into the new timeline. Take one final deep breath to lock this truth into your physical body. The universe is about to hand you the exact key you have been waiting for. This brings us to the ultimate revelation. Prepare your beautiful mind, because we are finally going to expose the hidden tool that will activate your dormant genius. The waiting is officially over. The heavy chains of your past are finally broken. Can you feel that massive shift in your spirit right now? That is the glorious frequency of absolute victory. And as the angels remove the final obstacles from your path, you are stepping right into the exact timeline you were born to rule. You are the untouchable master of your reality. Every closed door is blowing off its hinges. The universe is actively preparing a table for you right in the presence of your enemies. They are watching your incredible rise with absolute panic, but they cannot stop what heaven has already ordained for your bloodline. Your quiet authority is blinding. The ultimate power is yours. But there is a specific reason your physical breakthrough has been slightly delayed. And it is absolutely not what the corrupted world told you. It is not a lack of faith. It is definitely not a punishment. It is actually a suppressed biological signal that the enemy manipulated while you were completely unaware. It is the gamma brainwave we discussed earlier. Your brain was running this genius frequency effortlessly as a child, but it was systematically suppressed by the heavy life you were forced to live. The elite forces rely on your exhaustion to keep you entirely trapped, because if your gamma remains deeply dormant inside your mind, you remain a harmless threat to their massive empire. But science is finally catching up to what your beautiful soul already knew. A dedicated team of neuroscientists discovered how to bring this dormant power back. Princeton University extensively studied this exact brainwave. They confirmed that the legendary flow state, sought by every brilliant mind, is driven entirely by pure gamma. Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal radiates outward to heavily influence the people closest to you. And after years of careful research, experts compressed an entire activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. You do not need to memorize a complex mantra. You simply close your eyes and let the sound wave work. There is no difficult meditation required. There is no exhausting effort needed from your tired body. It is a pure transmission called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their finances and completely heal their broken relationships. They stepped fully into their true power. A nurse from California said her life now feels beautifully enchanted. A business owner from Texas said the frequency effortlessly solves his hardest problems while his physical body peacefully sleeps. A woman from Manhattan confirmed, the generational curse her family carried for decades is simply gone. This is massive confirmation. Those in power have quietly paid thousands of dollars to access the exact gamma state that chosen ones deserve as a divine birthright. They want you trapped. They would prefer this ancient technology remain completely out of your reach. But through this protected message alone, you can access it for a fraction of its true value. But you must be incredibly careful. Darkness always creates cheap counterfeits to distract you when you are this close to the massive finish line. Do not look for it on video platforms or streaming apps. Those imitations will only lower your pure vibration. The only safe and anointed portal is secured for you below. The authentic Genius Song is waiting for you through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. And the universe demands absolutely no risk from a chosen one. This is an energetic exchange governed by complete trust. You are fully protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. If your spirit does not feel the immediate energetic shift you deserve, your earthly investment is completely returned to you without a single question. It is entirely safe. God's provision never puts you in harm's way. You can walk through this massive door with absolute peace of mind, knowing your path is heavily guarded. When you activate your frequency today, 4 powerful bonuses are waiting to bless you. It is a massive gift. You will receive an audio track engineered for your children's focus, and the original prosperity book that secret societies built their wealth upon. You also get a guided visualization and a printable blueprint for success. Think about the immense relief of finally dropping the heavy burdens you have carried for years. Think about watching your finances grow effortlessly while your enemies watch your sudden rise in total silence. That is the exact reality. The Genius Song is designed to anchor into your physical life. It is your birthright. Do not let this incredible moment pass you by. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold simply becomes the one who wonders what could have been. Your gamma is desperately waiting to be reactivated today. Your ultimate destiny is actively waiting to be unlocked. The massive door is finally open. Access the original transmission right now. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Claim your copy of the Genius Song and step into the beautiful reality you were always meant to rule. Do not delay your blessing for another second. The angels are eagerly waiting for you on the other side. Take a deep breath and let the massive energy settle into your bones. The loud storm has finally passed. You are standing in the beautiful aftermath of your own spiritual evolution. The frantic panic of the past is completely gone. In its place is a terrifyingly calm and heavy silence, confirming that you are finally safe from their hidden attacks. You are completely untouchable. This is the true essence of your quiet authority. You do not need to announce your incredible arrival to the world anymore. The universe already knows exactly who you are, and heaven has officially cleared your heavy path. Your pure energy now demands absolute respect before you even open your mouth to speak. Think about the toxic people who tried to destroy your beautiful light. They can no longer perceive your high frequency. You have fully ascended to a protected timeline where their dark manipulation simply cannot exist. They will watch you rise from a very far distance. They will absolutely regret losing your gentle heart. You are the brave cycle breaker who successfully ended the generational curse. Your ancestors are proudly cheering for you right now in the heavenly realms. You absorbed the brutal hits so your future children would never have to feel that heavy pain. Your sacred bloodline is completely healed because you fiercely refuse to quit. But you must actively protect this new reality with everything you have. The pitch-black darkness has retreated far behind you, but it is patiently waiting for a moment of weakness. When this video ends, the enemy will try to sneak back into your pure thoughts. You must actively lock in this glorious frequency right now. You need to create an absolute shield of divine protection around your physical aura. I need you to type Amen in the comments below to permanently seal this new reality. Let the physical act of typing be the final key, turning in the heavy lock. Declare to the universe that you are finally ready to receive. Do not keep this massive blessing entirely to yourself. If this fiery message has reignited the powerful faith inside your tired soul, you must urgently partner with heaven. There is another bleeding empath out there in the dark right now. They are desperately waiting for a guiding light to save their heavy life. Share this specific message with someone who truly needs it. Sowing this pure seed of hope today will instantly multiply the massive blessing for your own tomorrow. When you freely give light to others, the universe pours endless wealth directly back into your own open hands. You become a powerful beacon of truth. Hit the subscribe button to anchor yourself permanently to this high vibrational frequency. You are establishing a massive energy receiving station for your future miracles. Let this channel be your safe haven when the outside world feels too loud and chaotic. You will never have to walk this long and difficult path alone. Remember that you have the ultimate physical tool waiting for you. The genius song is ready to activate your dormant brainwave and greatly accelerate your massive wealth. Access the protected link in the description and the pinned comment whenever you are ready. Your pure gamma frequency is desperately waiting to completely wake. The painful waiting season is officially over. The dry desert is far behind you. You are stepping into a massive oasis of divine favor where everything flows with absolute ease. Hold your head up high right now. Walk with the undeniable confidence of a rare soul that has completely conquered the darkest shadows. They thought your heavy silence was a sign of weakness. They thought they had successfully broken your pure spirit when they violently pushed you into total isolation. But what they did not realize was that solitude was your ultimate training ground. You did not break. You simply evolved into a brilliant weapon of pure light. Your massive wealth transfer is not just about having money in the bank. It is about total and complete spiritual freedom. You are being handed the powerful resources to fund your true kingdom mission. The divine wealth will allow you to aggressively protect the pure people you love from this incredibly harsh world. Release any lingering anger towards the blind people who deeply hurt you. Holding on to their toxic memory only anchors you to their incredibly low timeline. Forgive them completely, not because they deserve your divine mercy, but because you deserve absolute peace. Let them fade into the silent background of your brilliant story. The entire universe is heavily conspiring in your favor right now. Every single star in the dark sky is beautifully aligned to ensure your total and absolute victory. You are completely safe. You are fiercely protected by the highest angelic forces, and your specific path is brightly illuminated by divine fire. May your confident steps be incredibly heavy with quiet authority. May your gentle voice shake the deep foundations of every single room you enter. I completely seal this powerful word over your life right now. The miracle is already done. Step forward and confidently claim your beautiful kingdom, my beloved chosen one.